Tinubu linked with drug trafficking by U.S. caught, not qualified to contest Nigerian presidency, P2P tells Election Tribunal. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. Sahara reporters have reported how court papers from the U.S. linked Tinubu to a drug trafficking case and his eventual forfeiture of a sum of $460,000 to the American government. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, P2B, on Tuesday filed his petition to challenge the victory of Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress APC in the 25th February election. The Independent National Electoral Commission had announced Tinubu as the winner of the election, after which it declared him president-elect. In his petition before the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja, Obi alleged that the election was characterized by various irregularities, including the non-qualification of the All Progressive Congress candidate. According to him, Tinubu's forfeiture of his funds to the United States government over drug trafficking litigation is an indication that a former Lagos governor committed infraction that should disqualify him for running for the elections in Nigeria. Sahara reporters have reported how court papers from the U.S. linked Tinubu to a drug trafficking case and his eventual forfeiture of a sum of $460,000 to the American government. On February 18, 2009, the newspaper obtained the original copies of the judgment of the case of United States versus Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in which the president-elect was charged along with other defendants in a case of massive drug trafficking and money laundering. This judgment directly relates to and further documents the Sahara reporters report of the September 16, 2008, how the U.S. federal agents successfully linked Tinubu to drug trafficking ring in Chicago. The United States, by its attorney Michael J. Shepard, United States Attorney for Northern District of Illinois, for its verified complaint of forfeiture, stated that beginning as early in 1998, Adegboyega Muiz Akande, with others, operated an organization which distributed white heroin, a controlled substance under Title 21 of the United States Code. The distribution operation was conducted on a large scale and the proceeds of the operation substantial. The court ordered that the funds in the amount of $460,000 in account to the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu represent proceeds narcotic or involved in financial transaction in violation of 18 U.S.C. and 1956 and 1957, and therefore these funds are forfeited to the United States. After protracted litigation in which Tinubu claimed that the monies legitimately belonged to him, his wife Oluremi Tinubu and his surrogate mother, one Alhaja Magaji, Bola Tinubu, finally opted for a stipulated settlement with the United States government. According to the settlement order dated September 15, 1993, Honorable Judge A. Notberg ordered that the sum of $460,000 held by Bola Tinubu in the First Heritage Bank account be forfeited to the United States government. In his petition, Obi anchored this claim on the ground that Tinubu, at the name of this election, was not qualified to contest the election. The court document reads, the petitioner stated that the grounds on which the petition is based are as follows. The second respondent was, at the time of the election, not qualified to contest the election. The election of a second respondent was invalid by the reason of corrupt practices or non-compliance with the provision of the more than one constituency. The petition shall contain at the trial that the purported sponsorship of a second and third respondent by the fourth respondent was rendered invalid by reason of a third respondent knowingly allowing himself to be nominated as a vice presidential candidate while he was still a senatorial candidate for the Borno Central constituency. The petitioner shall further contend that for this reason, the vote purportedly recorded for the second respondent at the contested presidential election were wasted votes are not to be disregarded. The petition has further pleaded that the second respondent was also at the time of the election not qualified to contest for election to the office as president, as he was fined the sum of $460,000. $460,000 for an offense involving dishonesty, namely narcotics trafficking, imposed by the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division, in case number 93C4483 between. In the decree of forfeiture, Judge John A. Nutberg, in that case number 93C4483, ordered on October 4, 1933 on page 3 as follows. Ordered that the funds in the amount of $460,000 in account 26322 6700 held by First Heritage Bank in the name of Bola Tinubu represent the proceeds of narcotics trafficking or were involved in financial transaction in violation of 18 USC 1956 and 1957, and therefore these funds are forfeited to the United States pursuant to 21 USC 381A6 and 18 USC 982. It is further ordered that the First Heritage Bank shall issue a check in the amount of $460,000 payable to the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, and that these funds shall be disposed of according to the law. It is further ordered that the court shall retain jurisdiction over this action in order to implement and enforce the terms of this decree of forfeiture. The above orders were made pursuant to paragraph 5 of the stipulations and compromise settlements of chains by the funds held by Heritage Bank and Citibank filed by the parties, which stated as follows. The parties further agreed that the $460,000 from the different accounts held by Heritage Bank in the name of Bola Tinubu shall be forfeited by the United States and disposed of according to the law. The funds remaining in the account shall be released to Tinubu. The petitioners hereby plead and shall rely on certified copies of the following documents, namely a verified complaint for forfeiture, submitted by Michael J. Shepard, United States Attorney, and signed by Marshall A. McClan, Assistant United States Attorney. It will be added that Tinubu's running mate in the February presidential election, Kashim Shettima, was nominated for 2 separate constituencies as Borno Central Senatorial District and vice presidential candidate for Nigeria in the same election cycle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me just turn to Cyrene. Might work, I doubt it. Not with this cash and carry judges will be facing. Lawyers must work anyhow. Okay. But he said there is concrete evidence to show he won the election. Well, they have refused to give him the concrete evidence. But the evidence they have is very little. That is because he didn't win. Now he's changing the narrative. Why did the not be include the forged certificate Jagaban admits submitted from Chicago State University? I am sure everything included. Maybe Sarah reports are purposely doing drip. A drug convict, a president. Now what for Nigeria? Unscrupulous drug attitude you must be. One wonders what to actually teach those kids of yours. Obviously, you have no qualms with the drug mafia in the country. Tells me you're a product of brothels. Shame on you. You never fooled me. Wahala dey o. When I don't start again, wahala dey. PW should work to free his brother Nnamdi Kanu from illegal detention and to work together to get out of Nigeria. The election results in Lagos and naturally sent a strong message. What exactly are you trying to say? Obi has bet Tinubu's drug case. Ebola can no longer dodge from responding to questions about it. The cause is not running from TV press. Wahala. Well, me, all I'm saying is, had it been said the right thing was done, we saw this plenty talk. We no go day here today. But since they refuse to do the things the right way, they are going to be forced to do the right thing. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen.